young Danny Phantom, he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. With designed to view a world unseen. When it's getting quite worse, his folks they just quit. Then Danny took a look inside of it. There was a great big flash of things to change. His molecules got all rearranged.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Crastinators Poopcast. It's back again. Yeah, that's right, my dude.
That's the high level of comedy those Patreon supporters are paying for.
Oh, you know it, dude. I'm the best guy ever, the best poop ever. I'm joined by Mumkey Poop.
Crapkey Moans? I don't know.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That's me.
We're also Munchie Wears Tiny Craps. He's here. He's here.
Ghostbusters 2 is better than Ghostbusters 1. Also, I like poop.
Fuck you.
Uh-oh. And Tom Diarrhea is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sick. So today, as you can tell, we're talking about a very serious topic. One day we have to do the Poopcast, but for now,
that's a bonus episode for sure.
Souls of millions of people, ghosts, aka poop.
That's right. You will remember their name, ghosts.
Yep.
So let's check out our little Urban Dictionary definition over here of ghost. See what we're.
Oh, can I
with.
guess?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's gonna be when the girl you're dating just stops talking to you one day.
Oh shit, dog. That's not number one. I bet that's like number. Oh. Here we go. Oh, okay. Here's number 3 is holding a hit so long you don't see the smoke when the person exhales. Now that's a ghost. Oh God, I love you, Urban Dictionary.
What about ghost poop? Do they have ghost poop on there when you let out a turd and then you look in the toilet and you can't see it?
You can't see it. No, none of this. Oh, but you know, Monkey, you were right. Number 2 was ghost to avoid someone until they get the picture and stop contacting you. So that's basically what you were talking about. But
we've all been there.
Of course. So we're dealing mostly with number 1 here. Ghost.
I thought we'd be dealing with number 2, if you know what I mean.
Oh, plop. Where's Jesse when you need him? A ghost. The discarnate. Discarnate? I guess that's a word. Soul of a deceased human being or animal. We're dealing with animal ghosts.
Yeah.
Still occupying the physical realm. These spirits may or may not know that they are dead. They can also be called forth. They can also be part of the definition. Oh my God. Oh wait. Okay, number 2, there's like 4 definitions for this. Number 2 is residuals. Residuals is a ghost, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
Number 3, a demon, angel, saint, or Christ himself. Jesus is the most powerful ghost known to man. And number 4, a poltergeist. Okay, there you go.
More like a poltercost.
Like a Holocaust ghost, like the ghosts of Auschwitz. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so who wins in a fight? Danny Phantom or Jesus Christ?
I mean,
you gotta give that to Little D.
That's another bonus episode. Don't spoil it here.
Bonus episode.
Oh, you're
Patreon.com/give us
Danny
money.
Phantom versus Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Oh my God.
Are we going to record that right after this? Because I'm down.
I think we probably should. I think while we're in the mood, while we're in the spirit of
I'm
things.
down to clown for that.
Okay, we're gonna go ghost. I mean, how should we just talk about that right away? Because actually we had planned to do a ghost episode before some recent events transpired, but there's sort of a new context to discussing ghosts and going ghost, you know, in today the news. So I don't know if you folks are subscribed to a little channel called Mumkey Jones, but
oh God.
I mean I know it's not very popular, it's not very well liked, but
No,
it's
not at all.
there was a mass shooting recently by what's the dude's name? Mr. Staircase?
Yeah, Randy Staircase.
That's right. Randy Staircase, a silly boy, decided that he was going to.
That's what he is.
He's a very silly boy. For some reason, oh, I'm sorry, I'm misgendering him. He identifies as a woman. He identifies as a female ghost because he loves Ember from Danny Phantom so much. So at some point with logic I didn't quite follow, he then decided it would be a good idea to shoot up the supermarket that he works at, and he killed like 3 people and then himself. And he went ghost. He has gone ghost now. So I guess we should discuss our plans to do so as well. You know, like when we'll be also going ghost to join Ember's sick band and remember the name. What do you think, Mumkey? When's your plans for that?
Well, first of all, I don't think this should have been a surprise to anybody about his mental state, because he was a diehard brony, so we all already knew he was mentally unstable.
You're right
and
about that,
childish.
dude. Yeah. You're right, dude.
But as far as me going ghost one day, oh buddy, Unfortunately, I don't plan on taking other people out with me like Mr. Staircase did. I'll probably end up going ghost in my bedroom closet with a noose.
I'd go for
But my question is, when we all go ghost, what ghost activities are we all going to partake in together? Are we going to do a PCP ghost? Like a ghost version of the PCP where we're all recording a podcast as ghosts?
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
with
I
ghost
think
microphones and ghost wires.
Yeah, of course.
Ghost.
To the ghost internet, which is like the normal
To a
internet
ghost
for ghosts.
Yeah, right. That makes a lot of
But
sense.
Digi will be too much of a pussy to kill himself now that he has all that money, so he'll have to join in via Ouija board.
That'll be a good way to bring in our patron supporters who give us real money.
Yeah.
We communicate via Ouija board.
We only need ghost money at that point.
Well, all right.
As
fair
for
enough.
what I'm going to do when I'm a ghost, 2 words, buddy. Global warming. I'm going to make sure global warming is real and it happens swiftly. I'm going to put all my power into warming up the atmosphere with my
How does
ghost
being
body.
a ghost do that?
I'm just gonna get up in there and I'm gonna be all spiritual and shit, and it's gonna just happen, bro.
Dude,
Swear to God.
if you're trying to turn up the heat, I've got the ghost for you. Amber, you will remember.
I love you, Hillary Ember.
Okay, we got the song out of the way.
Well, we just turned all our
I'm not
audience to
even close
ghosts. That
to
was
done.
painful.
Oh, come on. Well, maybe we should. I'm running out of steam on this Ember trick. So maybe we should actually go to our ghost stories, because we are gonna. I think like the general through line here is we're gonna talk about our views on ghosts themselves and any spooky stories we got.
Stories, and my Ghostbusters 2 is the best movie ever made.
So should we start with what we think about ghosts, our beliefs in ghosts, and all that shit? I'm just going to start off saying that ghosts are literally not real, and they are 100% do not exist. If you think so, you are a fool. And any explanation for a quote-unquote supernatural event that you think could be attributed to the supernatural is 1 billion times more likely to be caused by some sort of physical phenomenon that you just aren't aware of or don't understand. So are you really prepared, people, to like invent a whole netherworld as the explanation for why like your chair shook once, as opposed to, I don't know, fucking tectonic plate shifting, dude? I don't fucking know.
Nate, are you talking about ghosts or about the Christianity religion?
Well, they're related. They're kind of related. Souls.
We just said Jesus was a
souls.
ghost.
Jesus
so,
Christ
I mean,
is the most powerful ghost of all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
That's
my
right.
case.
Okay,
Ghosts
okay.
aren't real, but they should be, and I'm willing to. I need to become a statesman. I need to study the art of statecraft, so I can get into president. And I can use my executive power to make ghosts real.
I'm
Because-
100% behind you on this one, dude. Right.
Every time that I remember that ghosts aren't real, I want to kill myself so I can become the first ghost.
That's
and
what Randy
start
Staircase
the first ghost nation. Because ghosts are the only thing that I think matter in real life, because they're fake, and fake things, aka, are better than real things because they're fake and ghosts are fake. That's my logic.
Before we get too off track, I did want to ask. So like, Randy Stairs, right? Did he actually like believe in ghosts? Did he think that Danny Phantom was real? Like, what was his headspace at?
So he legitimately thought that upon death you would enter the ghost zone from Danny Phantom, where you could be and do whatever you want.
I mean, that sounds really cool, and that's pretty much
That's
Christianity
what I want,
there.
bro. That's what I want.
The great thing about the ghost zone is that unlike with Christianity, you can commit suicide and still go there. Unlike in Christianity, which has that annoying clause of you have to keep living and paying, dividends to the church.
Right.
When I'm a ghost, all I want to do is heat up the earth, cause global warming, and maybe fuck a few star systems while I'm at it.
Hey,
Not anyone in
Hippo's
it, but in
here.
the solar
What's
system.
up, Hippo buddy?
Hello.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed Doctor Who, you fucking non-ghost.
Yeah, piece of
You
shit.
you fucking
Have you
physical
started?
form being.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
started.
fucking
Of course, we
started.
started on time. Goddamn you! Why weren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, fuck you.
Fuck, yep.
If you're lucky that Mage was having mic issues, or you'd be shit dead.
Oh,
you'd be a
shit.
ghost. You'd have gone ghost right now.
Oh no!
we
Did
would've
I kick
ghosted
Mage
your
off
ass.
by coming in? Oh my god! You
No,
left
no,
so many
she had-
messages.
She had technical issues. Yeah, that was Monkey spamming at Hypocrite.
I
we
tagged
almost
Hippo
had
like
to go to
1,000
Jeff.
times.
You almost
Oh,
had
God.
to
Yeah,
go
we
back
almost
to
got Jeff in here. The
Yeah.
ghost of the PCP.
Well, okay. What else we got? Gib, what do you think about ghosts? Tell me what you think about ghosts.
I think they're pretty cool. but they're they're not real, and that's pretty. That's
but they
basically
should be real. You agree that they should be real.
Okay, but what
I
if...
believe in the dream bubbles. Yes.
What if a ghost fought a skeleton? Who's more powerful between these two?
A skeleton,
Ectoplasm?
of course. A skeleton is a raggedy diggly dingly dang guy. He's got little rattly bones, and he can play xylophone and impress them into disapparating. Like you can't destroy a skeleton. He just puts himself back together. A ghost you can put into a vacuum. They're just so much worse.
Okay. I don't know about that, because while skeletons do have that raw physical manpower and that raw horsepower and the unbridled consensual sexual ability that skeletons possess, at whim, ghosts. They can cause global warming.
They can walk through walls, disappear, and fly. They're much more unique than the other guys.
Yes.
It was him who knew what he had to do. He had to stop all the ghosts that were coming through. He's here to fight for me.
Not only that, but they cause slime, the most important thing a man could ever drink.
I'm so glad you brought up the ectoplasm thing, because I really want to get deep into ectoplasm lore.
Yeah. Basically, all I think about is ectoplasm. But yes, this is where my love of slime. This is where my love of slime comes from.
Really? Is that the genesis of the slime love?
Say that again?
Is that really the genesis of your slime love? This is deep lore. Okay.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. One time, I thought about ghosts, and I thought, oh man, I love slime. Just like that. I just thought, slime!
Yeah, slime!
Slime!
I hate slime, dude. I don't like slip and sliding. I don't like soap. I don't clean myself. It's disgusting. Why would you even...
You have a low Christ consciousness,
I want to dry out my whole skin. I want my skin and organs and blood to drain away so I can become a skeleton. The driest, bestest friend you could ever be.
Oh my god, a skeleton versus ghost is like yin and yang.
Yeah,
it's like the ultimate slime versus the ultimate not slime. The ultimate dry. Dry versus slime.
Yeah, dry
black
bones.
versus white.
Can someone clarify this for me? Okay, so do ghosts produce ectoplasm? Like when they touch, then there's goop there, or is like ectoplasm like what a ghost is?
It's what you make when you see a ghost.
When I poop
Okay,
my
what it is like ghosts are not of a material of this world. So when they try and interact with like a physical object, like a wall or something, then like they're like atoms fuck up the real world and not imaginary things, and they turn into fucking slime, which you can then turn into a delectable drink and then turn into a Super Saiyan yourself.
So you're telling me, okay, so ectoplasm is kind of like a waste byproduct of a ghost's existence in the physical plane. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Slimer is literally me. It's literally me. There's not a single more character that is more like me than Slimer. When you look at Slimer, you just think, yep, that's Munchie. If you were to try and argue that Slimer is not me, I think you'd be way off base, and you'd probably be wrong on every level.
I think Slimer should make a cameo in My Little Pony. I'm just throwing that out there.
Remember that one time Kirby made an appearance in My Little Pony?
He was a Little Pony, My Little Pony. There was a slime character in episode something or other of season 6.
Hugh Jelly. Hugh Jelly was a slime boy, right?
Yeah, dude, Jelly,
there was a literal slime guy, and he came to the party, and he had a little bow tie.
The schmooze.
I don't remember that.
He was a friend of Discord. You're a little My Little Pony faggot. You don't even know.
Oh, no. Okay.
So can we all agree that we don't believe that ghosts are real?
Yes.
Tom, are you on board with that?
I'm 100%
but they're all
on board.
great.
Okay.
So
we can agree
has
they
anybody
should be
had
real.
has anybody interacted with people who legitimately think that they do, and if so,
Yes.
what's the story?
Because
I have several people in my life.
I do
let's
as
get
well.
to that.
Nate,
Go for it, Tom.
Tom.
let's hear you.
Yeah, you should talk.
I don't know. I mean, just like I come from like a spiritual household. Like, people in my house, they believe in religion and all that stuff. And ghosts, I guess, are a part of that. And it's interesting because like I talk with my dad a lot because we both work in that abandoned building where like 100 people have died, and there's like pseudo crazy shit that goes on in that place all the time. And like I've had experiences that most people would attribute to ghosts, but I know it's just like my primitive monkey brain having overreactions.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, I just want
racist, dude.
I'm not taking it back, so you're just gonna have to deal with it.
I didn't fight alongside you in the Great Monkey War for this bullshit.
Well, yeah, I mean, so like my dad's kind of more of a spiritual guy, so he'll say like, oh yeah, there's definitely like ghosts and stuff in there. It was like, and I'm just like, no, I think it's probably just my brain freaking out on me. But I did have a weird experience there a couple days ago, and I knew it was just like, yeah, it's just me just freaking out. But it definitely felt like, it's interesting how like the things line up. So just like, oh yeah, it feels like there's something going on, even though there totally isn't.
Sure.
So
humans are really good at pattern recognition,
and
so
it's our biggest flaw.
Yep.
Because it makes us think things that aren't actually true, and then it becomes this big intercontinental religion, and then people lose all their money, and it's bad. And that's how Jesus the Ghost came to be.
Yeah, I guess the losing of the money is bad, but
it's the worst.
I think,
forget. Yeah, go on.
Well, I don't know anybody who actually like believes in it. As far as I know, I feel like the people who say they think about ghosts, they just, they're having fun. They're having a bit of like, oh, I wonder what that could have been.
Well, you'd be wrong, because my dad thinks he's seen a ghost before.
I'll talk about a story with my dad too. That's not specifically about ghosts, but it's kind of relevant. Like the thing about believing in things that you don't know are real. Like I don't really have a problem on its face with believing in ghosts if you just like want to. But the thing is, like what you're actually doing when you like allow yourself to believe that stuff is you're like allowing yourself to be like intellectually lazy, and you're just like assuming something that you don't know is true, and like you're encouraging within yourself a pattern of behavior to just like believe things without proper evidence for them, and like that's what I object to. That kind of like intellectual laziness.
But I don't know if I go that far. They have evidence. They think that they've seen evidence.
I think they're
wrong.
I think the thing about ghosts is I think people just like it's the same thing with like aliens and all that kind of paranormal shit. I think it's just fun.
Jesus, God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it's just fun to
yeah, it's fun to believe in God.
It is fun because you think you'll live forever in heaven.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think
God's like
for
my
all
favorite.
of that shit, I think it's just people looking for comfort. And for religion, it's definitely more of a comfort thing. But I think for like ghosts and like Bigfoot and like all that kind of shit, I think it's just fun to think that there's more to the world than what we figured out. Have some mystery left in our otherwise predictable and mundane existence.
I'm totally cool with that. Okay, go on, Gabe. Go on.
I just want to say I love how fucking terrifying God is. Like he's the scariest fucking guy. I'm so scared of him.
He's the ultimate ghost,
sending me to fucking hell. It's
I love
real fun.
Are you gonna join us for the bonus episode? We're doing Who Wins, Danny Phantom versus Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, you can decide that later. The thing, Christopher Hitchens always had a great line I loved about God, which was just, or not, about like Christianity in general, whereas like Christianity is like, he might have been about Islam, but it's all kind of the same thing. Any monotheistic religion, they're all it's like you, and these people who like are all about it and like are so happy that they have God watching over them and then judging them if they should go to heaven or hell. It's like wanting to live in a celestial North Korea, where like all your inner thoughts are judged at every moment, and if you go against the great leader and what he has decided is correct, that's you, like, you're gonna fucking go to hell. And people who are like, yeah, God, he's got my back, that's you being like, yes, treat me like a slave, treat me like an unthinking automaton, that's what I want. And I don't even believe in free will, but these people claim to, and so they're really going against their own fucking message here. But forget that. Tom, please continue.
Wait, just to interject here real quick, because I think it's really important. I was a non-believer a couple days ago. I didn't believe in the holy book, the good book that is, and my name wasn't in the book of life. But ever since I was called an abomination yesterday, and I was gifted Titanic and The Peacemaker, my two favorite Marvel DC comic books, I hope get film adaptations soon. I'm just gonna read you a little bit of a quote from these heavenly books that have restored my faith.
Oh shit.
That old hen! She never leaves me alone! I hate her and her Jesus! I wish she was dead! Dead!
All right.
And you could see more of that on the Gibbon Gaming stream of Minecraft featuring Munchie becoming enlightened.
Best guy ever.
Oh, yes. And you, but you came later. You came after the Jesus.
I came to shill Hillary. Okay, all right, let's get back to...
God damn it.
That's what I did. You watch those live streams sometime, Monkey. You will hear the most blue-pilled man in the world. Okay, go on, Tom, please.
I don't even remember what I was talking about. It was more just like...
just talk about I guess, any specific spooky stories or of paranormal event. Like you said that you had an event the other day, and I was curious what the incident was.
Yeah, okay. So what happened the other day, and like it was easy for me to just kind of like, yeah, this is just me being dumb, but still at the same time, your primitive brain definitely fucks with you. Is that I at my job, for people who don't know, I work as a quote unquote security guard overnight. At this abandoned mill. It's like a couple 100 years old. It's been hollowed out for like 100 years. There's nothing in there.
Do you live in a Scooby-Doo episode?
You know, if I lived in a Scooby-Doo episode, eventually I get to the point where I take the mask off and realize my evil boss is behind everything, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. So
Ruh-roh.
I'm perpetually trapped in the middle of a Scooby-Doo episode, which I'd argue is worse. So in between, like every 2 hours I gotta go do a round, so I have to go around the entire building and like make sure nobody's breaking in, because the worst thing that happens in this building is like, you know, skateboarders come in and try and break windows or whatever.
Skateboarders.
But it's overnight, so nobody comes in, so I just basically sit there, breathe asbestos, and long for death. So I wish I was joking. So in between like the 2 rounds, between like 11 and 1, half of the lights on the second floor just all went out at the same time. So when I go up there and like I'm trying to like go through the building and I get to the part, like usually when I go through at this point and do my round, I'm not even paying attention. I'm just on my phone doing whatever and just like walking through the motions. But like I get to the point where the lights are off and like instantly the entire energy of the building like shifted. And I knew it was just like my brain fucking up, but it felt like there was like some presence in there. There was like a super loud bang next to me and I looked over and nothing's there. I'm just like, oh, this is fucked up.
Holy shit.
It was really fucking weird. And then like there's the worst room in the building because the whole building leaks and it's perpetually just like wet and soaked and there's like moss and shit growing in there.
Holy fuck.
So there's this one room that's like it leaks so bad it's always flooded, and like my body like refused to go in there just because like it's getting like super bad vibes. And I'm usually not somebody who listens to vibes. I'm just like, you know what? Even if there is like no ghost in there or whatever, it's pitch black and there's holes all throughout the floor, so I don't want to fall like 2 floors down. So I'm just not gonna fucking go in there. So I didn't go in there, and it was fine. But yeah, it felt like just. It was like my brain playing tricks on me, and it literally felt like there was something like evil in there, just because like my brain was going haywire. And I told my dad about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I've definitely had experiences. There's definitely like spirits in there fucking the shit up, because like over 100 people have died in that building apparently."
Dude, that's crazy.
Tom, that is the source of global warming. You found the one room where global warming is being perpetuated from. You have to go there and solve it.
It is like a perpetual
the global warming ghost machine, bro.
It is a perpetual greenhouse in there with like the way it's always like hot and gross and sticky. So maybe it is. Maybe that is the bed of global warming right there. And we need to.
I feel like it'd be relevant to read another definition relevant to that story that I didn't read at the beginning. So let me just read you the definition for ghost anal real quick.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Ghost anal happens when you are fucked in the ass by a huge dick, and it leaves you feeling like you still have a huge dick in your ass, even though the guy left about an hour ago. And let me read just a little example here. Woman A. It still feels like I'm being fucked in the ass. Woman B. Do you have a good case of ghost anal? Woman A. No, I have a job meeting in 30 and it feels like my shit is going to fall out. There you go. That's
We've all been there.
We've all been there.
My life
read
is a good
another
ghost
quote from Titanic.
Oh, boy.
You can't do this to me! It's not fair! Just when I had it made! I hate you for this, God!
Yes, and the Jews got all rearranged. Right
here, and bright green eyes. Okay.
No, glowing green eyes.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
You're not a real fan.
I fucked up.
He's not a real fan, Tom.
You don't get to join Ember's Ghost Squad with me.
Oh, yeah, you'll be in there for sure. Okay, let's go to our next champion. Unless you have more, Tom. Do you have any more stories?
No, ghosts are gay, but they're cool. I don't know. I'm conflicted.
Oh, fair enough. Gib, what's the spookiest ghost story you are? Because you are a ghost.
The thing about ghosts and stuff is that I'm skeptical, and I know that there's logical explanations for things. So when I'm out in the dark in a spooky area and I hear something and it spooks me and I'm like, ooh, but I get all excited. I'm like, okay, let's think. What could that have actually been? And I go through in my head like, oh yeah, science and reason and logic and facts and shit. And I'm Professor Layton.
There's like equations flying around your head. And stuff.
and I deduce like what it probably could have been. Like, oh, that's probably an owl like falling over. And
a very loud thing, an owl falling over.
Well, it's like, whoa, something strange that you couldn't easily like wave away with.
Maybe the owl got scared by a ghost and fell.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, so I'm very into like ghostly places, but I know it's not ghosts. I just like being a little frightened. There was this one time when I was on a goonery, which is like a week camp out in a country place. I go there and you know, sometimes at night. Well, I'll just say it's a scout group for like disabled kids, and I help out, and I'm a volunteer. But after lights go out, after you put all the kids to bed, you can just walk around, and it's usually on a school premises. You know, we hire out a school ground and stuff. And there was this one time it was dark, and I went into the school building, and you're not really supposed to, but the door's open, so I'm like, shit, let's go. And I brought my brother. We went in there with a torch, and there was. You know, it was the scariest thing I've ever seen, but it was so funny because the next day I came in and I realized what it was. There was this giant, I guess it was like a school mascot. It's a giant ceramic gorilla wearing a school uniform. And I just went on there. The floors were creaky. They were like renovating parts of the building, so there was like those buildings were like the floor was all ripped up and there was nothing in it. And then there was just this in the foyer. There was a big old fucking gorilla. And it fucking spooked me because I thought there was just something there, and I love thinking, what the fuck could that be? I really got to go in there like when it's light, and yeah. So I like spooky places. I like being spooked, and I like thinking about it, but I don't really mind like people being like believing in it. I just think they're a bit stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here in America, the only time we get spooked by gorillas is when we go visit Compton.
Yo.
Oh no, hey, guys! I don't know if anybody saw this, but on Twitter, last week I went to the zoo. They had the day before I went, they had reopened the gorilla exhibit where that shit went down with Harambe. Literally the place where it happened. I stood there.
Oh my god!
Did you see the ghost of Harambe running around in the water?
He was like, I know who did 9/11. It was me. I did it.
Yeah. It's like, I know who did 9/11. It was, and then he fades away, and you're like, who? Who was it, Harambe? No, I'll never know.
Yeah,
you know, technically, that dead gorilla got more votes in the last election than Bernie Sanders did.
Oh no!
Oh, dear.
It's so sad, but it's true.
Is that really true? Is that actually true?
I mean, you think Democrats wasted their vote in the main election on Bernie?
He wasn't allowed. They killed.
Yeah, you can write in any name you want.
You can write any name you want in the election.
It doesn't count, I don't think, if they're not registered, but you can still do it.
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't think to burn.
Okay, well, in any case...
There's only one thing scarier than a ghost, and that's a black person. Fact.
Yeah, you can't even see them in the dark. What is that? What's going on there?
Oh my god, imagine if there are black ghosts. Dude.
They'd be like twice as
They're gonna steal my ectoplasm.
I've seen what's it called? Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad. My favorite racist.
He's gonna rape you.
No, he's gonna quaalude the shit out of everybody. Okay,
he's gonna have a hung jury.
I want to talk about my experience with ghosts, because unfortunately they have eluded me all my life, except for when I was a baby. And as we all know, babies and ghosts don't mix, because ghosts are just too sexually aggressive, and babies just don't know how to contain their raw sexual ability.
Right.
And then they just lead the ghosts on to the point of absurdity. So when I was a little kid, I was just running around, and then I was just fucking around, cartwheeling all over the place, which you do, kicking the shit out of plants, and then I just start screaming at the top of my fucking lungs, which I'm known to do. Right. And I started screaming "Bad Man" and pointing at like nothing, and so my fucking mom came out, and she was like, "Hey, how's it going? Why are you screaming? Shut the fuck up! Don't need me to get my belt." And she was like, "Oh man, I felt weird that day. I could almost see God himself staring down me and telling me to leave, because I knew that there was a bad man there." And then later, after I was told the story, I was like, "You're fucking stupid. Kill yourself."
You should make a hit movie called The Bad Man, and it's a horror movie about that's good.
And ever since then, I've liked ghosts, and so I tried to go I live in San Diego, and there's like a really historical, famous ghost holy site.
Oh, cool.
Called the Whaley House, and it's supposed to be mad spiritual, bro. Gotta get your mad consciousness up, if you know what I mean. LOL. So I went there, and I was just like, "Hey, if you're a ghost, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you don't get out here right fucking now, bro." Dude, I'm gonna post all your nudes on Snapchat if you don't get out here right now, bros. You know, bros. Like,
Hell yeah,
so no ghost came. Not even like a ghost dog, which there is a ghost dog there. There's a guy who like stole a boat. He attempted to steal a boat, but he didn't like successfully steal the boat, and he was captured and hung for almost stealing a boat. Okay, and now he just walks around fucking with people. And I wanted to see him. I wanted to see fucking the dog. I want to see the little children, so I could whisk them away with, you know, it would be really great aesthetically. Two ghost children.
If you can capture a ghost, you'll have like an infinite slime source available at any time. It would be really convenient for you.
I mean, that's a side project. That's a pet project I'm working on right now, where I just have a bunch of souls not only producing more and more heat to, you know, admit to the atmosphere, but producing slime for me to drink daily, so I can learn the mad truths. As I said before, I'm reverse blind, and the way I can you know, keep up my all-seeing eye and all my, you know, heightened senses if I drink a ton of slime, which, you know, I need ghosts for. So I go around all the time hunting ghosts. Not too successful lately. I think the ghosts have, you know, they've been on the down low. I wonder what's stopping them. It's probably the global warming. That's, you know, like global warming is caused by ghosts, but also harmful to ghosts. It's like, it's a lot like poetry, you know?
It rhymes.
Munchie, do you know what the two scariest ghosts of all time are? The ghosts of those two kids that Gal Gadot fucking killed!
Oh,
my
no! Israeli,
when did she do that? Where did she do that?
You'll have to tell me. You're the expert in this field.
My favorite ghost is both the ghosts of the Twin Towers. Those guys.
Oh no!
They still haunt that place. If you go there and you're like hovering on
in
a
the
jetpack.
Freedom Tower.
Yeah. If you're hovering near where they were, like 70% up at the top, you can feel the concrete. You can feel it.
I know every single time, you know, if I'm ever low on ghost power, and I always, you know, if I just want to get shooing, if I just want to take the easy way out, I'll just prance along the Trail of Tears, and I'll just get my butterfly net out, and I'll just fucking swing it all up in the air, and I'll get that mad slime, bro. I'll get that mad slime. You know, it'll be really funny.
I wanted to say, like, I'm thinking of like the way people talk about like spirituality and being connected to the dead, and how you're so dumb. They're not real. Dead people they didn't exist. They didn't exist ever. Mm-hmm. And you know, they're talking about that, and I'm like, I completely get it. I just use different language. Like if somebody says, "Oh, there's a guy who died there," I don't feel nothing. I do feel like, "Ooh, there's a guy died here. There's a guy died right at my feet, like 10, 100 years ago." And I'm like, "Ugh." And really, what it is that I'm feeling like empathy for a human being or sympathy or whatever it is, and that's the feeling I get, and they're talking about that feeling being something else coming at them, like they can't
like some
produce
external spiritual energy and not like an internal kind of psychological reaction.
That's
so
exactly
really,
right.
It's funny, Hippo. It's funny that when you find out somebody died, you feel like empathy or sympathy, because I just feel envy.
Of course.
That lucky motherfucker. Gotta do what I've always wanted.
Before Mumkey goes into his ghost story, I just want to bring up real quick. What do you guys think about spirit mediums, about people who talk to the dead? Because
con artists, the greatest con artists.
Con artists,
alive.
Retarded, or both.
You know, to their credit, I think some of them might just be delusional, they think they have powers, and they're that dumb.
They're con artists. There we go.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Pending.
You know that Long Island spirit medium lady? I hate her so much. She's like, and everyone just fucking eats her shit. They're like, oh yeah, you're talking to my dead grandma. Oh, I feel so good. I feel so like cathartic that I got to talk to her. She's dead and she's dying in hell. Thank you for letting me know. Stop. Everybody stop. It's not real.
It should be replaced with a Sans who just says, she's burning in hell. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Sans will be straight with you on that. Okay, mediums are shit. They're all garbage. Okay, let's...
All mediums and psychics are just con artists. It's true.
Yeah.
They are con artists. They're con artists and stupid, but they're aesthetically really pleasing and like spooky. And like I always want to go and get my magic ball read, and so it can just be like some things will happen in your future. I can feel it. It's shit You know, not just things will occur. I guarantee it.
Have any of you guys gone into one of those because like your parents were there and it's like, hey, let's do it. This would be fun, or like a friend or something, and you go in there like, and you're like, you are the stereotypical. I don't believe in this ghost stuff the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've actually done that, but I've certainly felt it. I certainly thought it while I was there. I hope they picked up my thought vibes.
I feel that in church, unironically.
Yeah. Oh, do you still have to go to church, Munchie? Do you have to go to church
I used to until I broke my conditioning.
That's
I didn't let the Zionists control my brain anymore.
I went till I was like 16 or something. I got confirmed. So isn't it crazy that people like when you're a child, they try to like get you wedded to the idea so that you can't leave. You know, it's like it's the whole thing with like being a It's that thing with if you're a Muslim and you try to leave, like, you know, it's not good. They downvoted on Reddit. And same with, you know.
They'll shave your beard.
Yeah, really close. It'll be a very close shave, like Sweeney Todd. Yeah, okay, that.
I love you, ghosts!
Mumkey, tell me your spook stories.
Well, first I wanted to say about these mediums and these psychics. Back when I was doing a video over a documentary called My Monkey Baby, there's a scene where a psychic, she's like an animal psychic who can talk to the woman's monkey and tell her if the monkey ate her pills and all this retarded shit.
Oh, yeah, okay,
I remember watching this, yeah.
Me too.
So I wanted to prank call one, and all the places I called, of course, like didn't answer, like they didn't put up with my bullshit. But I looked at the prices, and they charged, these motherfuckers, these con artists were charging $25 for every 15 minutes of advice.
I thought you were going to say hour, and I was going to be like, that's not that bad, but okay, yeah, fuck that shit.
$100 an hour to talk to these con artists. If you're good at manipulating people, that's the career field to jump into. Hell, I want to go do that shit.
It's just such a parasitic thing to take advantage of people's like gullibility. It's not.
I think it takes.
Or is it just natural selection at work though?
But the problem is, like, because of our goddamn welfare state, the dumb people keep living and breeding, and we're going to get overrun with shitty people who believe in Jesus.
Then Nate, isn't it your
Obama?
Thanks, Obama. Yeah.
Isn't it your responsibility then to bleed them out of their money so they have no choice but to die in the streets after they've floundered even their state-given money? Aren't you doing God's work?
But they'll get on fucking welfare and they'll drain it from the top. They'll drain it from the earners. Okay, I'm getting on a weird political rant. Let's not get into that shit right now. What were you saying, Gib? What's up?
Well, I was saying, like, I feel like it takes a certain special type of person who does kind of believe in it to con these people, because I can't imagine somebody who does know that it's bullshit actually making any money doing it. And not due to guilt.
On.
No. I feel like you have to kind of believe it too much, because the way it is that these people they keep it up like so much that it's hard to imagine that they don't believe it.
Hardcore Dude 91, dude.
That they just
like they indoctrinate themselves. You know, it makes sense to kind of condition yourself to unbreak the conditioning. If you
have to be a really good actor, and if you're doing that,
But they know that there's not a ghost telling them things in their ear. They're just making shit up. So how can they have that cognitive dissonance?
Yeah, but they're making shit up. But they believe that the thoughts that they're making in their heads are things that are being planted by spirits and shit.
I think there are definitely people who do that.
Humans are really good at tricking themselves. Sorry, Tom. Go on.
I was going to say, no, I think there's both. I think there's definitely people who think that the random thoughts that come to them during those whatever, encounters are actually the dead. But I think there are other people who are acutely aware of, like, I'm fucking this person over for $25 every 15 minutes.
I feel like the ratio is more in favor of people who believe that it's working.
Because, I don't know.
That's called schizophrenia.
Because to be that, like, to be successful in doing that, you have to be a really good actor. And I don't know how many good actors there are doing that.
You know, I'm inclined to believe, Gib. I agree. I think people are really good at doing that. But, even if they don't actually believe, there's also, like, they could think that, like... Because I've heard some people say that they are, like, entertainers. And so, like, they're here to, like...
That's the legal defense they have to give.
I fucking hate that so much. That fucking cowardly... Just admit. Just say you're a goddamn actor and it's all a lie. Don't be like, I'm an entertainer. Like, it's up to people to believe what they want. Like that dude who wears that weird giant, like, blonde wig, poofy hair thing. You know that guy who was in that H3H3 video? Oh, those fucking cowards. Bunch of fucking cowards. Yeah.
There's a Dateline NBC special about this where they went undercover and, like, they paid this psychic lady thousands of dollars for crystals and magic rocks and all this bullshit.
I gotta get in on that, bro.
You should. It's the perfect job for Munch.
And of course, like I'm just going on a thing, but like there's the James Randi Foundation that for like decades was offering like a $1 million prize if you can just prove any of this shit's real in any way, and nobody ever fucking did. Nobody took the $1 million because they fucking lying. They're all fucking liars. And,
of course.
What can you do? Woo. Okay.
All right, here's my dad's ghost story.
Word.
So it's a tragic story because when my dad was 15, his brother was fucking shot to death on the street by some. Yeah, it's pretty sad. This gangbanger piece of shit. And no, I'm not just telling the story of that movie again.
That's the first thing I thought you were going to do.
I'm not telling Moonlight again. This is real life events.
Okay, all right, if you say so.
So it's a year later. My dad's 16. On the 1 year anniversary of his brother being shot to death, he is driving to school with his friend, and they look. There's a big semi truck like behind them. They see it in the rear view mirror, and they swear to God, to this day, my father still believes this, that the guy driving the truck was his dead brother. So what do they do? They're driving to school. They turn that fucking car around, and they spend the next hour and a half following that truck, trying to catch up to it. When they finally do, they look in the window. No, it's just some old guy. It's just some old man. My dad now thinks that it was a ghost. His brother's ghost was driving a semi-truck. And I'm like, okay, Dad, I'm not going to make fun of you to your face, but that's retarded.
That's a bit silly. But that seems like the kind of stuff people believe,
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
I mean, both him and his friend swear they saw the brother's face and it was the 1 year anniversary. So can you even blame my dad for believing this shit? It's like too much of a coincidence that they both saw it.
I think the fact that it's the 1 year
another thing. My dad has a story where he backs it up by saying, it was him and his sister. They both saw the same thing, and it was like a spooky man or something, but at the same time, he tells that story, and then at the end he says, but it was probably just a car passing by and the light shining through the window at somewhere and going down the hallway. So he knows that it's probably not real and it's just something, but he still likes the freakiness of it. How two people saw exactly the same thing and thought it was the exact same thing, and then they were like, ah. So I don't know.
I mean that does make it weird.
It makes it seem very convincing if two people come to the same conclusion about something.
There are, though, I mean, just, again, to beat my own dick about this stuff, because I've done a lot of reading about it. Like, there are tons of things that have happened historically. Like, there are phenomenon where I think, there was a South American village one time where, like, the entire village witnessed, like, something happen. Like, the sun, like, they saw the face of God, like, over the surface of the sun. Like, everyone in the village did this at the exact same time. But, like, there are many ways to explain it besides, like, God exists and decided to look at this village from the sun one time. It could have been, like, a sunspot or, like, some sort of visual phenomenon.
It also could be, like, the power of, if everybody says they saw something and then you feel like, well, I saw it too. Yeah. They just want to be part of the group.
Entirely, yeah. See, there's just so many problems. You have to, like, isolate. If you want me to believe any of this shit, people, you gotta make a fucking proof, and there has never been any ever, so good luck with that. But yeah, okay, cool.
One time I was possessed by the devil.
How'd that go? Did you speak in tongues?
It's still ongoing. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But besides my continuous one that continues to this day, right now I'm just being possessed by a lowly ghost. But I was once at Beelzebub's court himself.
Sick dog.
I was over to like test out my cousin's new house that they bought a while ago. So bash some shit in, break some windows, and get it home broken.
Yeah, man.
As in breaking the home. And I became like incredibly ill and they live in the high desert, so everything's like super dry and like hot all the time. So I got a mad fever, a delirious fever, and I could barely see. It was all like fuzzy, like even fuzzier than if you like took off your glasses and then like poured Clorox in your face, which I do every single day to practice my religion. But it was awful. I could barely hear anything, and I slipped in and out of consciousness a ton. And I just thought, well, this is probably the devil. I have a fever. The devil probably gave me a fever. That's probably what is occurring right now. So I might as well be possessed. I might as well go all out and just allow myself to be possessed. So I was just like, all right, prove to me, God, if you're real, make the devil be real too, please. And so I all I could think about for like the next like a day was just about how like, okay, the devil's in my head now and he wants me to fucking kill all my friends and family. That's what he wants. And I couldn't move or anything. So all I could do was just like watch I Love Lucy and like think about how the devil is commanding me to just fucking get a knife and kill everyone near me and then watch more I Love Lucy and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and like fucking Transformers. And it was the greatest experience of my life. And you know, after my fear went away and the devil subsided, the devil now like lives inside my body, but he doesn't have full control. Every once in a while, he'll come back into my headspace. He's one of my most prominent headmates. And every once in a while, he takes full front. And it's pretty great. And I would recommend it to everyone, please let the devil into your heart. This is all I have to say on the matter of the devil.
All right. Well, sick, dog. Let me let me tell you the only story I have. It's not me, again, it's my dad. And it's about the Holy Ghost. It's not about
boy.
Fuck.
Yeah. So like,
have you killed your dad yet?
Well, I mean, he didn't even put it in those terms. My dad is a religious guy, which I continue to find baffling because he's so smart.
What a dork.
I don't understand how anyone intelligent believes. Okay, but like one day I was grilling him, and I'm like, Dad, you got to tell me. Like, I don't understand why you believe in any of this shit. You got to tell me because I'm drawing a blank here, Dad. What's the deal? And he's like, okay, Nate, I've had some experiences in my life that made me think there's some spooky shit going on. And here's the one that he chose. This was his best example. Okay, so it was he's with like I believe my mom and her sisters, like my aunt. Don't remember which one. And they were hanging out and they were like in a city somewhere. I don't know which one. And like so they're about to cross the road, right? They're just standing there, ready to cross this fucking road, and so my mom and her sister like start to walk across because they don't see a fucking car coming. And then like according to my dad, he felt something. He felt a presence specifically warning him that like something bad's about to happen. Stop them, pull them back. And he listened to it and he grabbed them and he pulled them back. And then like a car came by, like, oh shit, they would have died or something.
Could that not have just been a bit of an intuition?
That was, of course, I didn't challenge him because I could tell he was, he's deep into this shit, unfortunately, and there's no way I can convince him just by arguing. But, like, yeah, I mean, there are plenty of other things that could have been going on in the man's brain
I just feel like something like that, you could have thought to yourself, yeah, I'm so cool and I have spidey senses, that's why I saved their life. No, it was some other guy. It was just some god. He did it. I'm not actually cool. Why'd you have to do that? Why can't you be Spider-Man? Why do people think they're not Spider-Man?
I think the only reason, the emphasis I got from it was like that it was like a voice that he heard. Like that seemed to be like the impression I got from how he told the story, and that's why he like attributed it to like God. And I asked him, so like, why into Christianity? Like, what? And he's like, well, I'm not really. I mean, who the fuck knows if that shit's real? But like, I did feel like it was like a godly presence or something. So that's good, because like, why would you ever believe that like one specific religion is true if you don't have any actual evidence for it, guys? So you just remember, guys, you happen to be in the religion that your parents are, because it's a fucking cultural thing. You were just raised that way. It's not fucking real. Break the conditioning. Okay.
Break the conditioning.
The whole like hearing voices in the head thing. I think a lot of people who say they hear voices hear a voice which is them which is their inner monologue, and the only reason they say the words out loud in their head is because they've read that people hear voices and that's what they think God is. So when they have an intuition and they think, I should probably change this, they think to themselves, you should stop doing that, I'm God. And they're like, oh my God, God's speaking to me, but it's just them. But they put the voice in their head because they think that's what a voice, that's what's supposed to happen.
I'm telling you, man, it's that human, like, humans have an incredible capacity for pattern recognition and, like, anthropomorphization of, like,
I love
anything.
thinking about it. I love thinking about why people do it, and I love thinking about ghosts. I love thinking about spooky shit. I love it all. It's so cool. I don't even hate it. I don't even think it's stupid. It's great.
Can the thumbnail for this... Can the thumbnail for this episode be Danny Phantom tipping his fedora?
If such an image exists.
No, Hippo's going to draw it for us.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, I will draw it by copy-pasting a fedora onto an image of Danny Phantom.
That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect.
Do it.
if we're talking about our parents now, my mother is a gold mine of gullible actions and insanities.
Yes.
I mean, you convinced her to let you go to fucking BronyCon alone when you were like 12. So
absolutely delusional.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You know, completely out of her mind.
I'm sure she's just putty in your hands, Munchie, to do with what you will.
oh, you know it, bro. You know it. I have those mad manipulation skills, bro. I'm mad, absolutely mad.
I can imagine now. Mom, where are my tendies, Mom? Where's my slime? Where's my ecto coolers? Okay, go on.
Where's my fucking juice?
My soup, my correspondence.
Hell yeah,
Where's my crystals? I need them to do a baptism over the internet, Mom.
I'm going to a JO sesh right now, Mom. I need my crystals. Okay.
Anyway,
tell us the tale.
So we've never been. She's never been that religious. She grew up religious, but she it's not that she doesn't. You know, she isn't religious herself. She's just too lazy to convince me to be one.
That's good. That's preferred.
So we go to church a little bit, but not too often. Mostly just for Easter and big events. But anyway, she had a sort of like second wave, like second wind, like, oh, I'm gonna be religious again. It's gonna be really gonna be it. Like a couple years ago. And instead of just like getting back into like a church, she started researching online for like what is Jesus really? What is like real Jesus?
Okay, all right. She's breaking the conditioning a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, dude. The conditioning is fucking shattered by the end of the story.
Sick,
conditioning is non-existent. Anyway, so she finds out like all the mysticism, the modern mysticism. Like I'm talking. You got your cosmic beings with light powers. You got your Church of Euthanasia. You got your fucking what's that guy's name? Something Applewhite. You got those kind of people. You got that one cult in Tokyo that tried to release the sarin gas on the
the
bus.
blue happy guys, right.
That kind of shit. Like crystals and all that kind of stuff. Which is where like I was, I had known about that culture, but from my mom, starting to practice it, I really got like a taste for it, and I realized it was my favorite thing in the entire world.
Oh, okay.
And I love crystals and I love chakras. They're my favorite. It led me to find spirit science, my greatest discovery of all time.
Yep.
And the rest is history. But from her, she created a sort of like monument to Jesus, but not like not like Jesus, more like slime like ghost Jesus, like the super Jesus basically.
Right.
And it was basically just like a bunch of JPEGs of Jesus, but like super cross posterized, so it's just like fucking undecipherable, and a ton like it was just like neon green cardboard like slab, I guess, with a ton of JPEGs of Jesus, pasted on, and just some like, if you believe hard enough, Jesus is real. And like fucking like in like Microsoft Word, like word art, like change it to look like make it look cool.
Your mother is a master of aesthetics, dude. This sounds amazing. Yeah. Okay.
It's incredible, and just a ton of crosses, but like most of them are broken, and she had to glue them back together, and it's just a bunch of like literal just rocks, but like are like somewhat sparkly if you put them in the right light. And yeah, just a ton of shit like that. And she hung it like over her wall. And the way the house is positioned, she hung it like her door would always be open, and like you could like see. Trust me when I say every time I had to go to the kitchen, I had to look at that fucking poster of Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus, just believe hard enough, and Jesus is real. Jesus is magic. You are magic. And if you just fucking align your chakras and go vegan, then you'll be able to see the spirits. You'll be able to see in 4D, bro. You'll be able to get all 4 dimensions.
Yes.
And she was super into it. And she kept when we visited Denver a while ago to visit family. She was like, this is pretty good, being with family. But I have a seminar I need to go to, and you just hang out around Denver while I go to this cool ass seminar where the Dalai Lama jacks off all over me, and I'm able to I'll be able to speak to Nazis in their sleep. And I'll be able to find out where Hitler stashed his fucking gold, and where Hitler's like personal fitness trainer got all the crosses in the nation together and made like one super cross. And I'll be able to know everything, bro. I'll be able to personally fund global warming myself. I'll be that ghost powerful. And she did it, and this continued for a while until I was just like, you should probably, that's not really a good idea, I don't think.
So she went to like a bunch of seminars, or was just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay,
a bunch. Like, yeah. Well, by a bunch, I mean like.
One time, my mom went to a Harry Potter seminar in Canada. That was pretty cool.
Oh no!
Yeah, by herself. I
mean, that's gonna give her mad spirituality.
No doubt, dog.
Fucking
No
witches
doubt.
and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy. But yeah, eventually she kind of tapered off because she read something like one of like the leaders she was like listening to about spirituality had like raped like 70 children.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got to absorb that ectoplasm from him.
He's got to do it, dude. Ghosts are living inside children's testicles. He just needs to get inside, bro.
That's okay. That's
and she was like, well, I guess it's still like real. But, I'm actually focused on other stuff. Anyway, she's great, and thank you, Mother, for allowing me to understand spirit science, the only thing that matters in the world, and align my chakras to such the extent that I have. But, dude, if you think my Christ consciousness is, like, high, her chakras were so fucking blissed that it was hard to even look at her. She was just like a glowing white fucking, like, spectacle to observe.
Fuck yeah.
She was on level, like, 8, bro. Like, level 8.
Holy shit. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get her on one day to really weigh in on this shit.
Yeah.
When we start our long-awaited spirit science analysis series, we'll get the expert in. Mm-hmm. Well, that's dope.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, shit, team. Can we come to any conclusions here? What have we learned here today? About...
The Pirates of the Caribbean, the first movie with the pirate ghost, that's really good. Because they're also skeletons, but they're ghosts.
I was about to say, they're skeletons
ghosts. They're not even ghosts. They're not even dead for real. They're all alive.
They're dead.
They're
dead.
Cursed,
they're
dead,
not
alive,
even
PP.
full skeletons. They're barely even...
We're all full skeletons on the inside.
That's true.
They're fake fans, if you will. They're fake fans of being a ghost. Not of, fans of the idea of being a ghost, but they are fake fans of, like, being a ghost, that they are a ghost.
Right.
Pretty gay, if you ask me.
All right, boys. Worst ghost of all time.
Ooh.
Moaning Myrtle.
Wait, did you say worst?
Worst.
Yeah,
You're saying worst.
Moaning Myrtle.
She's
worst
pretty
ghost
bad.
of all time.
She's pretty bad.
I mean, I was never too impressed
Casper.
by... Casper was all right. He was plucky. He was adventurous. Yeah, friendly.
He's a punk ass bitch. He didn't tell me where all the gold was.
He wasn't a
he didn't give me the
40-year-old
gold
woman
wish.
pretending to be jailbait floating around a girl's locker room for sure.
Well, that's why I like Moaning Myrtle.
No.
I gotta say,
Fuck you.
I've never been a fan of Nearly Headless Nick. Like, okay, he's a nice guy, but like, I'm never gonna get over the fact that he got cucked out of the whole headless thing. He'll never be a full headless boy. He will never achieve that.
Well, why does that make him the worst?
Because he
Yeah, I
sucks.
think he's
Because he
funny.
can't even do it right. He can't do anything right.
Instead of tipping his hat, he tips his whole fucking head. It's amazing.
You could do that if you were headless
He's
too,
played by
though.
John Cleese, the famous John Cleese.
Yeah, he was in Rat Race.
I love
and
Rat
nothing
Race.
else.
Rat Race is my favorite movie.
Me too, dude.
We should listen.
Can we do a Rat Race episode?
We absolutely have to.
I love Rat
It was my
Race.
favorite movie growing up.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that's what we learned, guys. Rat Race is the greatest movie
It's
ever
the
made.
best movie. It's so good.
I think my favorite ghost is myself.
Okay.
In the future, when I become a ghost, which will happen.
wait.
That's good.
I have the worst ghost. Arania Circuit? How do you say her?
Oh,
Arania
Arania Circuit.
I always thought it was Arania.
It might actually be Aranea. Okay, whatever. We know the one. Spider Bitch number 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
second one.
she was
Twilight
hot.
Interesting.
She was really sexual, and Jake should have fucked her.
I
instead
don't
of
know.
being
There was
gay.
something wrong with her. There's something wrong. I don't know what it was.
I mean, what was wrong about her was that she turned into like this evil psycho for no reason, and
Yeah, but even before that, she was just sort of like, I'm so smart.
That's because
so
all
smart.
of the
I know
Dan sisters are the
everything."
worst character ever
Yes.
made.
That's not
Every
true.
single one. Mina sucks.
Wait. Who's a good
No,
one?
Mina's all right.
No, Mina's literally the best character. You take that back, you piece of
She
shit.
sucks.
Mina is
She sucks
literally
shit.
she is only number 2 to Roxy in terms of girls and Homestuck. She's great. She's fantastic. I love her.
Dude,
no,
just
no,
because
Vriska sucks.
you're a race
Vriska-
trader doesn't mean we're all race traders, Nate.
Look, just because Vriska couldn't hack it and got blown the fuck out by how badass Mina was, and Vriska was like, no, why don't you love me? I'm just gonna pretend I'm as cool as you, Mina. God, that was so pathetic. Vriska trying to be cool like Mina all along. Fuck you, Vriska.
Do you remember when Andrew Hussey got literally cucked in canon, and he like watched them have sex and like was literally cucked?
I do remember that in general. That was great. Upvoted.
Right, we should probably stop talking about stuff that Mumkey and Tom have no idea what it is.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's go to our questions here, all right? It's time for questions.
Wait, time out. Before the questions, I got a bit.
Okay. Go for it.
We did a very official Twitter poll. Who is the worst PCP member?
Oh, shit.
And we've got the full results.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
How many votes? How many votes did we get to vote?
Man, I didn't even get to vote.
We got 850 votes total.
Okay, pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good
should I go in
sample.
order from most hated to least hated, or least hated to most hated?
I mean, let's go from least hated and then go all the way up to our winner, the most hated member.
Okay, so with 16 votes, the least hated PCP member is Hippo. Hey!
Yeah.
What do you know?
Who are those
What do you
16
know?
people? I'll kill them. That's an easy amount of people to kill. 16? I can do that.
Those are all my alt accounts.
I'll turn them into ghosts.
Okay, keep going. Who's next?
Next we have, with 21 votes, Mr. Best Guy Ever.
Yeah. All right. I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked by that because I talk so much. You just think that's a lot of material for people to hate me with. But hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Then we have Mage at 55 votes. I guess they don't like women because there's nothing to hate about Mage.
Those are the 55 misogynists in our audience. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Such a small number.
I know. Pretty good. Pretty good.
At 73 votes, we have Mr. Tom Oliver.
Yeah.
He's gay.
You might have noticed, most of the least hated people are on this podcast, and I have a feeling the other two participants might be on the other end of the spectrum.
Let's find out.
Alrighty, I think it's like 6th place, whatever. It's Digibro at 73. Oh, Digibro and Tom are tied at 73 votes. What do you know?
Really? Oh, shit. What do you know? Their destined bond continues to this day.
It's true.
Alright, the 5th most hated member is Endless Jess at 85.
You know, Jess was leading that poll for a while, so all things considered, I think he came out pretty well. Pretty well. Good job,
Then
Jesse.
We have... we have Davu at 92 votes.
92.
What can you hate about Davu? There's nothing
These are all
hate about
so
Davu.
far. Those are all people with less than 100. Now we go to the people with the big votes, baby.
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Tied for 2nd place at 133 votes each is both Mr. Ben Saint and Mr. Munchie.
Yeah! Our union continues to this day. Our spicy bro pack.
I was really sad. I was really sad Ben didn't win this one. I was really rooting for Ben. I voted for Ben on all my devices that I could. I really did.
And the undisputed most hated PCP member with 163 votes is Monkey
Oh shit, he cut out right at the climax.
Damn.
He cut out at the goddamn climax. We'll never know who was
I'm so
number
proud
one.
of this accomplishment.
Shit, is he just gone?
Is he just dead?
Who, me?
No.
You totally cut out there.
bro.
Just repeat that whole thing.
Well, they all heard it, but it's me, Monkey Jones. I won.
Yeah, Monkey Jones did it. Way to go.
Yeah.
You are.
What our audience didn't realize with that poll is that you're not allowed to hate any of us, so you're all dead. We're going to kill you all. You're all turning into
You're all
ghosts.
banned. You're all going ghost.
Fucking ghosted.
Shit, we should have done the second poll so we'd have the other results. Maybe this week we'll do the opposite poll and see how that goes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wait. Before we go to questions, Ghostbusters 2 is my favorite movie of all time, besides the other ones that I like a lot. For a lot of reasons. Number 1, Slimer is there. Number 2, there's a sea of slime. There's like a ton of slime. Number 3, they use slime to control the Statue of Liberty. Much like how I use my influences with slime to destroy and dismantle local government and slowly take over the country.
And control women.
Yeah, and control women and blacks and whites, especially white people. I just control everyone with my intense charisma, my intense slime-based charisma.
Dude, fucking the Power Rangers first movie had so much slime in it. It was the big
I would
giant
probably
slime
love it.
man.
I would probably love it.
No, you should definitely watch that. Slime controls people, and it's
It
great.
wasn't slime, though. It was ooze. There's a distinct difference.
Ooze and slime are close allies at the very least.
Yeah.
You know?
By the way, guys, if you smash centipedes, then you'll get like a couple EXP, and you'll get mad slime. So crush all the centipedes you can. Reach into your spine, and then tear out the centipede that's controlling your thoughts. And then live
Don't! Oh God! Don't pull out that Toblerone, folks. Leave it alone in there.
And Ghostbusters 2 is also good because like a baby almost dies.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right, let's go to our questions. All right, here we go, everybody. Here's number one. At Adamuelfa asks, thoughts on Crystal Pepsi? Did you try it? Did you like it? Are you a fan of the concept of clear cola in general? Love how specific this one is. This is a great question.
He's really obsessed with Crystal Pepsi.
Wants this discussed. I love the idea of Crystal Pepsi, of cola that is clear. I think it's the coolest thing in the world.
Isn't that what 7-Up and Sprite are?
Well, those aren't cola. Those are like fruit drinks instead, you know?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's about.
I've never tried Crystal Pepsi, but I would love to. Does it have a different
I want
flavor, or is it the same thing?
It's got to taste different, right? Yeah. Have any of us actually tried this? Has anyone tried Crystal Pepsi?
I have not.
None of us have. Oh, this is a disgrace.
Oh, wait. No, I haven't tried it, but I would say to this person who asked this question, check out the Examined Life of Gaming YouTube channel. He makes reviews of sodas. It's called the New Do Review. I think he tried Crystal Pepsi in a recent video. Like it was a new thing. I don't know. And he tried it and he reviewed it. He reviews sodas and video games, and you might like what he has to say.
Pretty great.
Fantastic. He's got a place to go for his Crystal Pepsi fandom. All right.
While I have never tried Crystal Pepsi, I have about, I would say about 48 bottles here, all blessed by a priest, so they're holy water infused.
Is this what you use instead of
Pepsi.
actual crystals because you can't afford them?
Yeah. I can't afford the actual crystals. They're too hard to mine from Africa, and I don't want to wind up dead in a ditch trying to get them. So I might as well, just buy a ton of Crystal Pepsi. I mean, it has crystal in the name, so it's probably
it's
has
basically
the same properties.
Yeah.
So I just pour that all over my body when I'm trying to get an extra boost.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. More questions from the world's greatest Procrastinators fan artist, Ms. Jane Moreau, asks, do you guys like camping?
It's Jade Moreau, yeah.
What did I say? Did I say Jay?
You said Jane.
Jane.
I said,
That's
what
a
the
different
fuck? Why would I
Homestuck
say
character.
Jane? Oh, I fucked. Okay, I'm sorry, Jade. I love your work, Jade. At Jade Moreau says, do you guys like camping / hiking? Who's a camp guy?
No.
Are we all city boys? Are we all city slickers
I
in here?
have camped a couple times. Quite a few times in a tent and in shit. And I do love a big old. If I see a hill and I got some shoes and they're not wet shoes and they're like good walking shoes, I will climb all the way to the top of that hill and then all the way back down and be like, oh, I don't know why I did that, but I like it. So I love hiking. It's fun because I just it's good. So I guess I do.
Yeah, I don't mind going for a nice little nature hike or to go exploring, but there's no excuse to ever sleep anywhere other than my comfy bed. Why would I want to sleep outside in the dirt?
It's pretty not good, but I appreciate the feeling of waking up in really early to the bird song and the cold air, and it's like, yeah, early man. I'm like coming out of my cave, and with my sticks and stones, I'm gonna build my life.
Let me tell you guys, I was in the Boy Scouts for 1,000 years. Eagle Scout represent, and I did 1,000 camping trips, did 1,000 hikes, mountain climbing, skiing, all that kind of shit. I love camping. I think camping is super fucking fun. The only thing that's kind of a pain is you kind of gotta like put time aside for it. But I mean, I'll take any excuse I can get to get out in nature because I just don't experience it whatsoever. I fucking love going camping and sleeping in there. I mean, I'm a guy who can sleep anywhere pretty comfortably, so like the whole sleeping thing is never a problem for me. I don't mind the fuckle bugs. I don't mind. I like setting up my tent. I like cooking outdoors on my grill. I fucking love everything about it.
I haven't done all that sort of like intense, like doing everything yourself sort of thing. Because when I go camping, it's like with a big camp troop. Like I said, that's the Agunari thing I was talking about. They have a kitchen tent and they make breakfast for everyone. And you have patrol tents and stuff where you just sit down. You can just play with a Rubik's cube while you wait for the next activity or something. But like literally going on a quest into the wilderness and living off like cans of beans. I'm not sure I could do that. But
I do that without going into the woods. I'm the bean boy. Yeah, okay.
When I was a little kid, for like school, you had to like go on a camping trip. Like that was like there was like a camping trip week that everyone went to a camp.
Sure.
And one of the many misadventures I had, the most interesting one was there was like a sculpture class where you got like a rock and you were supposed to mold it into something. I got a twig, I got some tape, and I just made a hammer, and I threatened to kill anyone who looked at me.
Well, that's sick, dog. Let's go to Jade's other question here. Hair goals. She simply states hair goals, ? In one word. Who's got hair goals? Gib, do you have any hair? You're a hair guy. What are your goals?
I have hair on my head. My goals are to keep it long until it starts thinning too much and then shaving it all off because I don't want to be like a balding guy. I just want to go straight from having long hair to being bald. I don't want to go
That's going to be a big change. That's going to be a transformation.
Yeah, and then when I'm like got no hair, I'm going to grow my beard out, so I'm going to be like opposite. I'm going to have a big beard, big bushy beard. And that's going to be like my hair just, swiveled round. That's what happened. It's like a 3D model that just sort of glitched out the hair bit.
When Gib gets old, losing his hair, he like a 3D model. Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, that's a good song. Okay.
He'll become Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else have hair goals? I got none. I'm just going to do exactly what I'm doing. It's fine. I don't care.
I want to get better facial hair. I've tried product. It doesn't work. My face is perpetually broken, and it really pisses me off. Every time I see Gibbs' glorious beard, I just want to, like, cut it off and tape it on my face and pretend.
You and me both,
That's the best I'll ever get. It sucks. I hate it. It's the
you know
worst.
what? I totally forgot about that. But yeah, I can't grow a decent beard. So one day when I'm an old ass man, I want a big Dumbledore beard. That'd be sick.
I want that now. If I could go full Gandalf now, I would. Like not even.
I could potentially get a Dumbledore beard.
Oh my god! I hate you.
Yeah.
I could.
One of those 16 people who voted. It was me. It was me. I voted because you had the beard.
And. Like, if we get soup in it and twigs, and it'd be horrible.
Well, fuck you.
I want to look exactly like Steven Sugar, besides the beard part.
Is that Rebecca Sugar's husband?
Yeah. Brother, but close enough. Basically the same thing.
Oh, right.
They had the same sort of relationship.
Hey, I've got a question.
Yeah?
From @BottleCape. And I really wish Jess was here because he has the best answer, but we'll do it without him. What do you think of your audiences, and what do you think of each other's? Uh-oh.
Well, I think my audience, the give and take audience is like, they're nice people. They're, I like them. They're good. They're nice. And the hypocrite audience is like people who they don't really know anything, but they enjoy what I do. Like, they're not dumb, but they're just sort of like oblivious to the internet as a whole. And I'm like, well, you stumbled upon this because the YouTube algorithm gave you my video because you're English, and you also clicked on it because it's like something you know. So I got a lot of English fans who don't really know the internet very well. But yeah. They're cool.
You got a lot of like Mary Poppins who are like, what's this computer box? I'll try to click on it and watch the game reviews. Oh, these are such silly children.
Exactly true.
Yes. Look at it's if you look at your demographics, it's like male, female, and then Mary Poppins is a third part of that. Yeah, epic joke. Okay. Let me see, Mumkey. Your audience is full of misogynistic, racist, bigoted pieces of shit. They're the worst people because they follow their leader. They know what you want, and they follow suit. You did this. You're bad.
If anybody here has an audience full of leader followers, it's literally everybody but me.
You think
I
so?
click on any of your guys' videos. It's an 80% like ratio to the views.
That's true.
Every comment is, oh man, I love you. I can't wait to buy one of your fucking stupid mugs, even though the month was over. Oh, you go to my channel. It's like almost no likes. Like it's probably 20% likes for the views. And every fucking top comment is, hey, Mumkey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Hey, Mumkey, this video is fucking shit. Yeah, I know. I mean, I encourage it, but I'm not going to say that they're following the leader as opposed to your drones and your audience is over there.
Are you sure it's
Nate,
not fair?
your audience is they suck your dick way too hard. I don't get it.
Way too hard.
The thing with my audience, it's developing a bit like Jesse's, where like like the only thing I do is shit on them and tell them that they're gay. But I also give them like life advice, so it's like a push pull going on there, and I think it endears myself to them. You know, I think there's some of that going on, which is good. Yeah. 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 Yeah, and I feel the same way about myself. Like, when I see someone who's got really great content, I'm like, yeah, I'm on board with this guy. I want to be like them. Of course, I'm mostly overdoing that because I've been on YouTube for a while now. And, like, that's how it was with JonTron. And then, oh, boy, then it turns out he's a goddamn bigot, a goddamn racist. And, no, all that matters is that his content's boring. That's the only
Have
offense.
you guys seen the rumors that he's working at Bed Bath & Beyond now?
That can't be true. What?
He keeps posting pictures of products at Bed Bath & Beyond, but he's behind the register.
I'm going to go check this out. I don't believe that. He's got 3 million subscribers, for fuck's sake. All he has to do is just make...
That would be
shitty...
unfortunate, but
he
also...
should do...
that's
Rent
actually kind of sad.
is very expensive in New York.
I was about to think, like, that's funny. He's fallen on hard times. Wait. That's kind of sad.
That is kind of sad. I don't believe it. I do not believe it.
How is he making money, Tom? He hasn't made a video in 3 months.
I was actually looking this up the other day. I heard he makes like I heard he makes like $25,000 per video. That might be a totally made up number, but like he does a lot of like ad stuff and sponsorship, and he gets paid a substantial amount per video that he does, as I understand it. I mean, that's a made up number.
I hate talking about JonTron. Fuck that guy. He's gay.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only thing I care about is he doesn't make good content anymore, so I don't care. So fuck that guy. He's
my audience, to go back to that, is like small and cult-like and very devout and very like superstitious and easily manipulated and just
you're describing
just the way
half
I like
of the PCP audience.
There's a lot of overlap there. You know, a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
When they see there's a new arm retrieval, they're like, yes,
oh my
it's
fucking
time.
God. That's been like on hold
like
for
that.
a while now, so I hope they're happy. I hope they're happy.
I am unironically one of those types.
For Red Letter Media.
That's I'm the biggest Red Letter Media fan in the world.
Fuck yes. Yeah, it's pretty great. I love them all. They're a little bit too memey for my taste, which may sound funny. But you know, I'm contrary to popular belief, I'm not the biggest meme guy. I think they're fine. But I'm not the biggest meme guy.
Hillary, I love you.
Not Hillary. No.
Munchie, can you just do me a favor? Can you give us a quick average value? You know, don't acknowledge it. If you, what would you say is the average Christ consciousness of your audience? You know, as a whole, where would you put that at?
Pretty low.
Pretty low. Well, they got some work to do.
1 or 2.
Okay. So maybe
like level 1 or 2. Yeah. There's probably like a few 4s in there. What rate you guys? Like a high 5 to a low 6.
Okay, good. All right, not bad. Well, cool. How about you, Tom? What do you think about your audience? Yeah, they got pretty mad at you. Hey-ho! Yeah. That seems to be the way to go.
You just need to be more potent, Tom. You're not potent enough.
You know, I've really been thinking about it, and I've come to the conclusion that what's the benevolent? What's it? It's like the benevolent dictator is really the best kind of system of government you can hope for. And I've elected myself to this office, so I'm going to use my. Yeah, that's of course. So I'm going to use my objectively best ideas and create a cult-like following around myself and indoctrinate them with the best ideas. They'll just be sheep, you know. They'll just be doing exactly what I tell them. But little do they know, I have their best interests in mind as well as the world, and that's how it's going to go. And it's going to work out great.
I don't really want to get into a big thing, but every time I see like people saying you're like literally like God, and then like
that
they
doesn't
do
happen
the same
very
to
often.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
you know, like similar sort of things. I'm like, why do people do that to me? And then I see on my videos they do kind of do that to me, and I just realize that I look at other people's comments on their videos more than I look at my own because I don't make any fucking videos.
Yeah,
and that's why I don't have like a fan base. I have like a couple people who are PCP fans, and they're occasionally like, "Oh yeah, Gibbs cool. Yeah, I like Gibbs stuff," and then you know they go back to not having watched any of my videos because there are none.
Yeah. Well. Aww. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. I mean, it's kind of great. People make PCP fan art. You know, it's time. It's time to put the money where your dick is. And draw the shit.
I think Tom needs to be like in one of the many double podcasts that we have. We need a Tom plus a one podcast.
That's true.
Me and Tom are gonna do a depression suicide podcast.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, by the way, before we get away from the topic, I just wanted to say that about the whole like your audience really giving a shit. Like I think that's a consequence of like the audience reacts with strong emotions to strong emotions like shown in the video. And I'm a big like shouty boy, and like you're less of that. So like
I'm a subtle boy.
I love your content, but I just think it's kind of like the nature of like people are like, yeah, oh, this guy's yelling. I want to yell my money right into his wallet. You know, that's the way. You can do like there's
it's working. Like for me,
Jesse was always like a big passion guy, and people got really passionate into his stuff. And like Digi was more of like just like an absurdly prolific guy, and people just like felt immersed in his content. That like achieves a similar sort of effect. And you know, if you could find, you can do one of those, and I think it's a good way to go.
And I'm sort of a chuckle boy. They come to me, they just chuckle, they just type haha, hee hee, and they leave.
I think another
they
thing
just need more content from you, dude.
Another thing to think about also is that, like, I'm a diehard Red Letter Media fan, but I have never in my life commented on one of their videos. So, I mean, I think for every good commenter you get, there's probably 20 people who love you just as much, if not more so, but they just don't comment because they don't care about typing shit out.
You know, I comment on, like, videos with low numbers of comments, I guess, because I feel like, I don't know, that it matters more, I guess. Like, I also just am realizing I've never commented on one of their videos, even though I consume everything they make because I fucking love it so much. And, that's interesting. I have bought a bunch of their merch, though, which I think is telling. I was willing to spend money on their shit. That's true.
I think about that, like, I wouldn't comment on one of their videos because I don't expect them to read the comments at all.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would ever get anything out of what I would put down, so I mean, that's why I don't leave comments in general. But when it's like, you know, one of you, and I feel like, well, I could say this on Discord or whatever, but it would make sense for it to be in public so people could see what I'm saying and as well.
Yeah.
So I put a comment on there because I know that you would read it or whoever. So I don't know.
That makes sense. Oh yeah? Oh, that's nice. Comments are cool.
The only comments I like are when Nate comments on my Yu-Gi-Oh series. Otherwise, I don't give a shit.
Monkey, you forgot. You were distracted from the tits. You have to go back. I commented like every day for like 2 weeks about that shit.
By the way, I want to real quick here encourage. You know, fan art's great. It's fine. I like it a lot. But if you make songs or something, songs is greater than fan art objectively. Most of the time.
Sure. It's cool. I love that shit whenever they make them.
So yeah, fan songs are great. Any sort of fan project is great. You don't have to just be an art guy. If you anything you can offer is great. Anything that you can alter to the altar of Munchie. Anything that you can bring remember those far like to worship me. You know I will appreciate.
Those PCP openings that those guys are making, the anime openings for the PCP that were a big while back. Those are great.
Hey,
those are great.
You know what? We don't have like a remix of our ending theme of the PCP.
Well, other than the ones you make.
Cover.
I'm supposed to be crapping my pants. You know those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Did that?
Yeah, somebody made like I remember now, like an orchestrated version.
Oh,
It was great. It was good. It was good. It was upvoted by me on Reddit. Well, I certainly would have if I had been aware of it. I don't know. We should check though. That's true. Okay, let's go to some other questions here. Okay, here's one from @StrangeCIG asks, "Why is Ben Saint still alive?" I don't know, dude. I've been wondering about that question for a long time.
I've been worrying about that fact for a while.
Yeah.
Wasn't that our $2,000 Patreon goal? Was kill Ben?
He's like a starfish. You break Ben in half, you just get 2 more Ben. So I don't really know if we want to go down that road.
He's trucking along, bro. He's trucking along.
Oh my God,
He's hard
guys!
to kill.
It'll be out by now, but apparently the word on the street is a week ago when this comes out, the new fucking Nuzlocke ending to his genocide run is gonna be out tomorrow. For when we're recording this, I've been waiting for it. I'm the biggest fan of that in the world. I can't fucking wait. Then he can die.
Imagine if that comes out and it's just like a HD remake of the first Nuzlocke he did.
Like that
like,
video.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That would be very interesting.
Well, I know that it's not because I'm a guest star on the episode.
Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm very hyped. Ben and I had talked a bunch about it because I'd been like, "Oh Ben, I want you to do this. I want you to do this on the fucking thing." I've been being a creepy fan of that Nuzlocke. Okay. Here's our last question. We got one more from our good buddy, the Dead Minun. Exilovich asks,
"Oh shit!
What are some of the worst jobs you've ever had?" I know some of Tom's. I know one of Tom's. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, fair point.
Well, I in between leaving school and going to uni, I had a year where I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do, and I was just depressed, and I was forced to work, volunteer work, by the government, because that's how you get, because you're unemployed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to sign an online form to tell people sign up for this shit, you idiot. I was a young boy. I still am, really. But I typed in I typed in the wrong county, and not county, just sort of the wrong sort of area, the wrong town. And they sent I sent the form in online. Then they sent me, because I typed the wrong town. The commute was like a 2-hour bus drive all the way. Yeah. I told it before. And working in that place, it was like a charity shop, and I had to work in the back, shoveling shit and deciding what are the bags of trash that people send in. You got to sift through it and find stuff and sort it out. And that was boring, but that was at least work. A lot of the time, I was told to man the store, which meant just standing in the store. There wasn't there were no seats. There wasn't a seat behind the register, so I just had to just walk around and sort of lie on the floor occasionally because my legs hurt.
Yeah, I've been there.
And I did that for hours, and I didn't like it, and I didn't get paid, and I ran away at one point.
You don't get paid for that work?
It was like he had to do it or something.
It was like the law was like, if you want job seekers allowance, if you want grants for not having a job and you're looking for a job, you have to do a minimum of a certain I don't know, 3-4 days of volunteer work a week. Yeah.
That's yeah.
So it was it was my first real experience of like a 9 to 5, and it was so boring just standing in that shop because nobody really came in, and I didn't really sell anything, and I was just sort of waiting to die. I was glad when I just didn't come in and broke the rules.
Way to go, dude.
Excellent. My hardest job that I ever worked was I'd never had a job before. That was the hardest one.
You were just
a wee lad.
Yeah.
One day I'll put you to work, boy. I'll put that butt to work.
Oh no,
yeah.
Dad,
Did you ever,
don't get out your belt.
Right, Munchie, for you, specifically since you're a school man, did you ever have like a terrible homework that you just hated so much?
Literally every single homework. Homework is the worst. I would rather go to school all day, for 12-hour school days, than do a single piece of homework.
God, just imagine being. Yeah, the homework is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to try like when I first got into secondary school, I used to try thinking, all right, I got to get on top of this homework. I hated homework all through primary school. This time I'm going to do the homework before I walk home, because I walked home every day.
Yeah.
And so, for the first few days I managed to do the stupid homework, which was draw a page and drew some words. And then I drew that. And wrote some shit, and then I went home, and then, obviously homework gets more and more and more and more, and I was like, it just sort of, it became impossible to do it before I went home, because it would have been like, oh yeah, just stay at school for 2 hours and have no friends.
I hear you. I've had some shitty jobs myself over the years. I worked at Best Buy for a while. That wasn't like that bad, but it was like retail, and I fucking hate pushing things on people. Not downvoted. I worked at several pizza places. I worked at Papagino's, which is like a chain in Massachusetts in like the Northeast region. Oh yeah.
Nothing beats Papagino's besides an all-out race war.
I love Papagino's pizza. God, I would kill for some. It's so thin. It's delicious. Okay. I know. Gibbs very concerned about that. I worked at like another pizza place that was like a mom and pop one it was okay. It was kind of shitty. I worked a bunch of like temp jobs like after the last like 4 years when I was like doing stuff, when I was doing pony stuff. I worked at like just like a temp agency, being hired for various jobs, and was never very good at them. Oh, it was all garbage.
Did you demand that they call you Keg?
Of course. Okay, I'll just wrap up my point. I just wanted to say that, like, about my current job. So my current job is not, like, the worst job in terms of, like, it's the hardest or, I don't know, any of that shit. But, like, what makes it a unique challenge is, like, it's a real job. Like, I'm a member of a team working on shit, and, like, there are expectations of me. So, like, when there's work to be done, it has to get done. Nothing else matters. Like, there is no excuses to, like, not do your shit. If you got to spend an entire weekend working on something to get it fucking working for the Monday morning meeting, that's how you're spending your weekend now. And that's exactly what I have to do this weekend, and is what I will be doing as soon as we're done fucking recording this. I have to fucking finish this program. It probably won't even be used in the end, but I literally, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, that's like part of what I get paid for, though, that like I'm basically on call, that I have to just do whatever. It doesn't happen most of the time, but sometimes it does, and when it does, it's the worst, and interferes with the things I actually want to be doing with my life. But okay, whatever. That's enough of that.
Nate,
Jobs
just
are
quit
shit.
your job and don't get on Patreon either. Just go away.
I'll just die. Yeah, patreon.com/bestguyever. People, set me free. Okay, next is, what were you saying, Tom? What was your horrific nightmare job? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. What the fuck?
Oh, at that point, tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, that's too much. So how long did you do it for? Just 2 weeks?
Ugh.
What the fuck? These people didn't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, that's, what the fuck? Okay, well, cool. Dope.
Wait, didn't Mumkey have anything to say?
Yeah, Mumkey, what do you
No, he didn't. The worst job I've ever had is once every week or two I get on this fucking podcast full of these autistic little faggots.
Yeah.
And I pretend to put up with their stupid bullshit for like an hour and a half, and then I get paid like, what, $20 for it? Oh, whoop-dee-dee, what a great fucking gig. Kill me.
$20 for an hour ain't bad. Okay, well, fuck, what was I gonna say? Something important. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I give up.
Subscribe to Monkey Jones.
Yeah, that's the thing to do. Do that. I guess we're done.
Subscribe to Monkey Jones.
Hey, yeah.
I
like where this is
couldn't think
going.
of my own name.
Shout out to everybody whose question I didn't read. Your questions were garbage, and that's why I didn't read them. So keep working, guys. Keep working on that shit.
Shout-outs to Ghosts.
Shout-outs to Ghosts. Yeah.
They're being real.
Yo, Danny Fenton, he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was designed to view a world unseen. He's gonna catch them all because he's Danny Phantom.
Yeah, that.
I like
You will remember my name.
Please
And don't
possess
forget
me.
to go on the Patreon and join the exclusive Discord server. Tom didn't even know it was a thing, even though he should have.
That's the. Well, we'll give you a link. Yeah, we'll give you one.
My
yeah,
body is now your communion, Ghost. Please use me as you wish.
Be a patron. Go to patreon.com/the procrastinators. Yeah, that's right. And
if you join the Patreon lounge, then you will become a ghost in due time, and you will become part of my ghost harem.
Do that and pledge $5, and you'll get access to the bonus episodes, including the one that we're gonna do after this shit. So that'll get ready, everybody. Get ready.
Also, go on Twitter and tell Patreon that their new logo is shit. It's really funny. They love it when you do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Have they responded to that shit at all?
About it.
Have they said anything about it? Are they freaking out? I hope they're crying. I hope they're upset. Oh my god, yeah. Dude, I want that fucking PR rep lady to like respond to those. Fuck that goddamn idiot. She's so shit.
I think if they actually be all cheeky and coy with it, I'd prefer that to them like being sincerely like that. Like if they're being sarcastic, like, "Oh, I knew
sorry.
you love our
I hope
fucking
they're
logo,
sarcastic.
you prick." If they're like that, then I'm like, okay, they have like a soul,
Right.
but I still hate you.
Yeah. Go back. We have to go back.
Karen.
Hashtag we have to go back to PCP.
The old logo was so good.
I mean, pod.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're still going to use that goddamn thing.
Is going to exist. I'm going to sell it, whether I like it.
Let's make that
whether
shit
you
already.
like it or not.
No, we have not. It's not been done yet. I know. We're letting it slip away. We have to do it like immediately. So we need to fucking do this shit. Okay. Things are happening, folks. We're gonna get on this shit. Hopefully we'll have some updates. Oh wait. Someone else did a question. Shit.
No, just let it end.
No, okay, this was just relevant. This was just like somebody had a question. I'm sorry, I can't find it, but they just asked like, "Hey, what's the status with the iTunes?" I just wanted to let everybody know like the iTunes thing. Okay, so we've had a couple issues. There's been some problems getting it set up. It's entirely on me. I just hadn't had the time because of me and Mav and shit to fix it. So iTunes is coming someday soon. So just stick around. It'll happen at some point. There you go. Okay, that's the end. Thanks for listening, everybody. Gib, what's up?
No. We'll say goodbye, but I need to sync.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll say it before we end. Okay, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye!
Make sure you send more questions. Use the #AskBCP. Bye!
I'm a ghost.
Good. Auf Wiedersehen.
Boo!
I'm supposed to